Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh, and she is confirming that the U.S. has targeted about 75 different targets in central Syria related to ISIS operatives in the Badia Desert. I've been told that they used B-52 bombers, F-15 fighter jets, and A-10 aircraft to carry out these attacks. The U.S. is prioritizing its troops. They want to make sure that the roughly 900 U.S. forces in eastern Syria remain safe. And they also want to prioritize the safety and security of their partners and their interests, the Syrian Democratic Forces, those primarily Kurdish forces that helped the United States push ISIS out. And so the head of U.S. Central Command has issued a statement saying that anybody who is considering helping ISIS resurge or trying to work with ISIS should think otherwise. And you can see with this targeting that they've done, they're still doing a battle damage assessment as we speak. But 75 targets, that's a massive attack launched against Islamic State.
Carla, what is the likely U.S.-Syria relationship now that Assad's regime is out?
That is still to be determined. Right now, the Pentagon has made clear that militarily, it is staying out of this fight in Syria. Its primary responsibilities, as it has reiterated, is to keep Islamic State from resurging. That will involve helping its allies, the Syrian Democratic Forces. That will involve keeping its troops in place. I've been told by Sabrina Singh that no force posture changes have been made to date. And it will also be, according to officials, making sure that this does not turn into a humanitarian catastrophe. So they are going to be watching and seeing what these new leaders are going to be doing in Syria. But for their end, they want to focus on keeping their own interest protected, and they're not changing anything because they say that if they move out, that could give Islamic State a window. And I was just speaking to analysts last week. They were explaining to me that it hasn't been given a lot of airtime. People haven't been talking about it. But Islamic State had really been hammering the forces of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, and that had created an opportunity for ISIS to resurge. That's why you saw so many targets to hit in central Syria.
Carla, do we know what Pentagon officials knew about the relationship between Assad and Russian President Vladimir Putin, because that's where he disappeared?
That's right. So Russia has been an ally for Syrian President Bashar al-Assad ever since the uprising began in 2011. They have leaned on Russian forces. I did just ask Sabrina Singh if Russian forces were still in Syria. She said that yes, they were. But she also said that this shows that with Russia so focused in Ukraine, with that conflict there, that this was clearly a failure to support its ally in Assad. She also said that this also shows that Iran is deeply weakened. We have seen over the past year, first with Hamas being weakened by Israel, also Hezbollah, another Iranian proxy, and now we are seeing Assad leaving. That is clearly going to be a problem for Iran as well. They depended on the Assad regime to help get a land bridge across to their proxies. That does not appear like it will be likely to continue with Assad out.